All right, so we're back. It's me, Jean, and Bo again, and we're gonna have a go at Excel BI Challenge 32, which is about extracting dates in a list of dates where they've got temperatures alongside them, and you're only extracting dates where the temperature is greater than the previous date's temperature. So we'll look at that in a minute, but I'll pause there, and then we'll come back in 10 minutes. There you go, I've unpaused. Shall I go first on this? Do the same order
Okay.
if you want. Me, Sean, Bo.
Yep.
So bear with me one sec. Where is it? Excuse me. Can you see my screen? Oh, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I got there in the end. I just did a basic, what would you do if you're not trying to do it in one cell? So you use a flag system. First line doesn't really work very well, but you can filter based on the flags. The way I got to the output, and again, I don't know if this is the most efficient way, but I was just trying to get the arrays aligned where you've got a previous temperature aligned with the actual temperature in each row and then a next temperature. So the only way I could think to do it was to use drop and plug any gaps with NA. So the previous was dropping the first row of the temperatures and replacing it with NA. So then the actual first one starts in row 2, and then for next it's the opposite. So you're dropping the last one and or is it the other way around? Yeah, you're dropping the last one and then replacing it with NA. And then I just did a filter with two, essentially the and parameters. Is the current temperature greater than the previous, and is it greater than the next? And that gave me my output, which seemed to work. But again, I literally couldn't think of any other way I could have done that. I'm sure there are some very clever ways.
Also did very similarly.
Ah, cool.
Same.
That's good news.
I can quickly, I agree. Like one thing you did see, can you see something? Do you see the
Yeah,
screen? Okay.
yeah.
So the first thing you said or you did was with if, right? And technically you can spill the if, right? Since it's not an aggregator, you can do everything in one shot. So instead of saying, well, okay, you used and. Okay, did you use and? I'm not sure. Did you?
Well, I used filter with
No, I mean
the.
in your first formula where you had ones and zeros here, right?
Oh, I
Like,
see.
what did you use there? I didn't
Yeah,
make a
I
screenshot.
used if and essentially.
Okay, so if you didn't use and, technically you could spill it, right? So pretty much I have the same thing. Like I started with a filter, right? So because I included each date and this is text, n doesn't work with a range. If you have it, it just gets the first value. So I convert it to an array. Then I use it n to get the number value, and then I can also say less than, and I multiply it with the same thing, but with an offset. So pretty much this part, oh, let me get it out.
Oh, I
It's
see. So
it's the
you've just
same thing you did it.
manually.
Yes, it's the same thing you did, but I didn't use AND. I multiply. AND doesn't spill because it's an aggregator, but if you multiply a condition, it's still an AND because with an AND condition, everything has to be true. And true is every number, and only 0 is not true if we are with numbers. So if you multiply anything with a number, it always gets false. That's why you can use the product pretty much to have an end condition, and then you don't have to drag it down. So it's more or less the same thing you did,
Oh
just
my
that I
God.
didn't use end, and I can therefore, I don't know if it's lifting or broadcasting,
But
but I can use it and put it inside.
Wow. Okay.
yeah,
Then
but
more or less the
one
same.
thing about that n, because it's n will return 0 with text and empty space, empty blanks.
Yeah.
So if your B2 is like 6, you will also return the 8, first of 8.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a
Because
good
the
point.
first
Thank
row
you.
is 0.
Perfect. That's why I thought I don't need it because the first one can't have a date before which has higher, so I just adjusted it to have it easier. So in this case, exactly perfect. I didn't think about it, but I still got to the point where I didn't want to include the first date as it just can't have a date before. And I did the same thing with to call and ifs. It's again the same thing. I have a condition. If it's true, I return the date, and with to call, I remove the errors. But what's the one thing I was thinking about with your solution? You stack text before, right? And so if you have something and whatever number, text is always greater than a number. Like Bo showed me, like in one of his videos, I saw that it's a sorting order, and I think it's number, text, false, true, and then errors, if I'm right.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. So
And
whenever
to
you
take it
have,
safer.
so if you, like in this case, it's okay, but if you would have less than, it would always be wrong because text is always larger than a number. So you have to be
I see
careful
what
with
you're
that.
saying. So I got the right answer by luck, really.
I'm not sure if it's luck because the order matters in this case, but technically I
Yeah.
think you have to be careful with it.
Okay. God, that's fascinating.
Yeah, and then pretty much because I didn't want to just put in ranges, I said, okay, I can also just use 2 ranges, and then I can use offset, which is the same thing as before, just instead of here, I don't just offset it by hand, I use the function to offset 1 row up and 1 row down. So that's all I got.
Okay. Wow, that's mad. Okay. It's like 4 things I've never seen before there, but that's standard for this. Go on, Bo. Make my world go nuts.
The cherry.
Even more.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's this thing is similar to Chong, but I don't include the last one because again,
True.
if I include this one will
Oh.
be 0, and it can be like we can still keep this value at some point. Like I have 1, this one will show up somewhere. Like this also more than all this, right? Oh, this is 6. Somewhere. I think I lost. I thought it should include. Oh, my rank this doesn't include this one, so it doesn't show anything here. But if this one in Chong formula, then 19 will show out here. So my formula is similar, but I'm not include the top and the bottom here. So that's here.
Oh, I see. Okay. Because you would never have them in the list anyway.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like this one can be 0, this one can be 0, and keep it include. And the rest is almost the same. This one I use map. Okay. This one I use offset with map. So it means when I'm here, I offset this one by -1 and high of 3. I'll get high of 3. I'll get 3 of this yellow cell here, and then I check if it less than. I use sum here. Same here, less than this one. If I have true, 2 true, it means this met the qualifier true. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because the middle one's never going to be a 1, is it? Is that right? Yeah.
This is sum, and then I think I use count if is almost the same. Count if and sum is the same. Count as 2. Same logic, but just use drop. And then, this one is too much. This one, try to go with the whole range. So yeah, I'll just stick with this.
Wow.
Sequence. T. So I have sequence here with number of rows here, and I only want 17 from 19. So I -2 on the whole range.
Yeah.
And then when I +1, that means I got this row number 2, and then +1, 0, and 2. So this one will be top. Top. This one will be bottom. And the rest just check with the first column if it's larger. So cut the index.
Oh, so you're is that broadcasting across the 3 columns, or is that not broadcasting? That's just using sequence in a clever way.
Yeah, sequence with
It is.
this one
It
is a
is.
top row, and then this one is a bottom row.
And
For
it's
number 2.
broadcasting.
It is
array,
broadcasting.
yes, you have an array with 17 rows and 1 column, and you add one with 1 row and 3 columns, and that gets broadcasted. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
This is not efficiency to use this one, because like I have to do index, a lot of the index here. But just try to find another way to solve this one.
Yeah. How did, sorry, just so I can keep up. So how did you go from the sequence numbers of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the actual temperature numbers
With index.
with
So this
index?
is like row number here.
Oh, I
so
see.
we
I
have
see.
row number.
Yeah.
Sequence of 19.
And
And
then
then
you're
this is
shifting that.
index of row. So this is
Yeah.
2, 1, 3.
Nice.
3.
Gotcha.
And then
That
the
is
rest
the
just
addition
like,
of the index I didn't see. Okay. Wow.
how many true? Yeah. That will be.
Okay. My mind is blown again. You okay sending me the files?
Yes.
Yes.
And then that's going to be my homework to look at what the 2 of you did for the rest of the day. Cool. Thanks, guys. I'm going to stop the recording there and we'll move on.